Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to a project pan. This is my Zodiac project pan, and yes, you read that title correctly. I'm calling this done. We are here for the finale. I'm calling it done, guys. I'm calling it quits. I failed this month, and I know, don't be hard on myself, don't beat myself up about this, there's worse things in the world. This was my focus polish for this month. As you know, if you've been watching me for a while, I turned the Zodiac project pan into my project polish for the year. And each month I was focusing on the polish that I chose for that month's star sign, and then I would use the other 11 polishes in this project to then complement the focus polish to make different manicures throughout the month. I've been doing quite well up until recently, and then this month I didn't wear this focus polish, the Ciate What the Shell, this beautiful Cadbury's purple, which was chosen for the month of Sagittarius, which runs from November the 22nd to December the 21st. I didn't use it a single time, guys. Didn't paint my nails one single time with this polish. I did use two other polishes this month. They were in other project pans, but I have not used this one a single time. And I haven't used any of the other polishes in this project at all either. Guys, I'm done. I'm so uninspired by these nail polishes now. I've played with them for what? This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months that I've been playing with the same nail polishes over and over and over and over again. And please believe I have loved doing this project, but I feel like last month and this month I was just like, I'm done. I've come to the end now, and this is why I'm saying that next year I want to do shorter project pans, because I just feel like this whole year of using the same products over and over again is too much. I mean, if this was one where I was rolling products out each month, then maybe it would have been better. But because the goal of this wasn't to actually roll these products out, it was just to use them 12 times each, and use the focus polish each month. Guys, I didn't hit the 12 uses on any of these any of these products. Teeth and Nicola. I got close with one of these nail polishes, which was a topper, so it was easy to use over and over again. And I've got to say that most of them definitely were in the higher usage. But I want to play. I want to play. I have over 200 nail polishes in my Helmer drawers. I want to play with them, and I'm stuck. I feel stuck. That's what it is. The end of the year is a time when you reflect back on the year you've just had and you make plans for the future ahead. And I'm looking at these polishes going, I've got another 3 months with these nail polishes. I just don't want to do it. So I'm calling it quits, guys. But in January, I am going to start doing one video a month where it's something similar, but I'm not going to pull out nail polishes in advance. What I'm thinking is in January I do a video where I just show you my monthly manicures. So whatever I feel like pulling at the time that I want to paint my nails, I will go into my Helmer drawers, find the colours I want with whatever inspiration I've got. I will paint my nails, take a picture of that manicure, and then where every month I will do a video where I'll show you my manicures, tell you about the nail polishes that I've tried, tell you my thoughts and opinions on them, what I think about the formula, what I think about the chipping rate, what I think about the brushes, because I find that the brush can make or break a nail polish, and just give you like my thoughts on the nail polishes that are in my collection. If you want me to do a shop my stash kind of style, what I might do is do January as a kind of, I'll show you my manicures after I've kind of had a play with my collection and I've made a couple of manicures, and I'll show you the pictures in January. But then in the same video, I think I might try picking out some nail polishes that I might want to play with in February. And so February's update will be, here's the polishes that I picked last month and here's what I did with them. And then I will see whether I liked having the freedom of not picking specific polishes to play with for the month versus picking the specific polishes I want to play with. So I'm going to give that a try in January and February, see which way I like to do it. See which one you prefer as well. If you want me to shop my stash for my polishes, I will, and get and we can try that in January, as I say, for February. And if you enjoy that more than me not doing that, then I might stick to that method. But yeah, it is, we'll do something in January. But let's go through these nail polishes and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions of them. Honestly, guys, I have used these enough that I know what I think about them. So let's go for it. So the first nail polish that was in here was this sleek nail polish in Rose Red. This is one that dries matte, and I have used this a total of 9 times. When I brought it into the project, it weighed 30.69 and it now weighs 29.13. So it's had definitely a gram's worth, and you can see that we have some movement there. Now, when I first put this polish in, I was not looking forward to playing with this one because these bright reds are just not me. I don't like this red on my nails or on my lips. However, this little polish that dries down matte has changed my opinion. I love this colour on my nails. The formula of this is so good. I love it. It's so pretty on my nails. It really suits me. I do top it with a gloss top coat rather than allowing it to dry matte. I feel like it just comes more alive with a gloss top coat on. So I do prefer it glossy rather than the matte finish that it naturally has. But yeah, I will be keeping this polish and putting it back into my stash. Let's put you in there. The next one was this mini Ciate in Pepperminty. And honestly, guys, I thought I was going to love this polish. Turns out, no, I don't. I don't like this. I like it as a base coat if I'm putting a topper over it. But on its own, I'm not a massive fan. It dried patchy, it only really performed well if I did 3 coats, and I'm not about doing 3 coats. So I have used this a total of 8 times. At the beginning, it weighed 29.94 grams, and it now weighs 28.83 grams. So again, another gram of usage, which I'm very, very happy with. Will I be keeping this in my collection? I don't think so. This is probably going to be decluttered because I just didn't like this polish at all. It was such a faff to play with. So I think I might declutter this one. The next polish is this Rimmel Daisy Days. Rimmel polish in Daisy Days. I already had some usage on this, but which I kind of stopped there, And now I am down to here. So we have just over half of the bottle left. I have used this 8 times, and at the beginning it weighed 34.20 and it now weighs 32.89. So just over a gram has been used on this one. I do have to say I'm not a massive fan of yellow nail polish either on my nails. However, this is a fairly decent yellow polish. So I am going to keep this in my collection, but I am going to see if I can try and get this finished for next year, because I have found in the past that these yellow nail polishes can go thick and gloopy very, very quickly compared to any other coloured nail polish in my collection. So this is going to stay in my collection. I don't have very many yellows. I think I have maybe 4 or 5 yellows in my collection. So I am going to keep it, but I'm going to see if I can finish it off next year. Not necessarily in a project pan, but just through general use, I will try and get this used up. The next one is it this one? Gossip Girl, yeah. Is this Essence in Gossip Girl. This is a stunning colour, and we are now down to here. So again, quite a lot of use on this nail polish. This has also been used 8 times. When I first brought this in, it weighed 43.78 grams, and it now weighs 42.20 grams. So that's pretty much 1.5 grams worth of use. So I am extremely happy with that. I love the Essence nail polishes. Their formula is so spot on. It's gorgeous to apply. It's gorgeous to wear. And it very, very rarely chips on me. I absolutely love these nail polishes. I have so many of these in my collection. They probably make up the bulk of my collection. And I have to be strongly pushed to part with any of them. So yeah, this one, Gossip Girl, is staying in my collection. The next one is the topper in, no it isn't, Shade of Happiness. No, it's this one. I get it confused. Another Essence nail polish in Shade of Happiness. We are down to here again in this bottle, so very happy with that usage. This is a gorgeous shade of orange, perfect for those autumnal months. It's just such a gorgeous shade. I absolutely love it. This has had 8 uses as well. When it first came into the project, it weighed 44.05 grams and now weighs, and now weighs, got myself confused there, now weighs 42.70 grams. So just over a gram there, but I'm very, very happy with the usage of this, and it will be staying in my collection. The next one, another Essence. Told you I have quite a few of these. This one is in Glitter Chalk. It is this beautiful chocolatey brown. However, all of that glitter that you see in the polish in the bottle, that does not show up on the nails. It just shows up as a very dark chocolatey brown. However, paired with this orange, it's the perfect shade for autumn again. Beautiful, beautiful colour. It's a shame that that glitter doesn't show up on the nails. It might do when I start getting closer to the bottom, because all of those glitters might be more condensed at the bottom of the polish. So it might change slightly the lower in the bottle I get, but even though it is a shame that those glitters don't show up on the nail, I still love the shade of this, and I love the formula, as I say. So this one will be staying in my collection. At the beginning, this weighed 44.88 grams, and it now weighs 43.44 grams. So again, it's used over a gram, and I am very, very happy with that. And this one will be staying in my collection. It has also had, oh no, this one only had 7 uses. The next one, another essence. This one is practically almost finished. We are down to there, so less than half of the bottle. However, we are in the thicker side of the bottle now. So yeah, I would say we still have maybe half left. This is Essence, Our Sweetest Day. This is a topper nail polish. To build it opaque on its own will take 3 coats, but even then you can still see some of the nail line underneath, so it depends on how picky you are about that. I don't use this on its own, I use this as a topper. But what I discovered about this nail polish was it was brilliant in a jelly sandwich. Perfect, in fact. I loved it more in a jelly sandwich than as a topper. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about with a jelly sandwich, it's okay. I didn't at first when I first heard the term. But basically it's using a jelly polish, which is the more sheerer kind of polishes. If you sandwich this between a jelly, 2 layers of jelly polish, then you don't get the shade of this coming through. You get the shade of the jelly polish, but you get the glitter coming through from this, and that is a stunning way to use this nail polish. So Our Sweetest Day came in at 42.92 grams, and it now weighs 41.30 grams. So a lot of usage here, and as I say, I am pretty close to being finished with this. This one had the most uses of all of the nail polishes because I could always use this as a topper, and I used it that way multiple times. And so yeah, I've had 10 uses out of this, and I'm very happy to keep this one because I do think I can finish it next year. The next one is another sleek polish, and this one I thought I would absolutely love when I brought it in. This is in the shade Old Hollywood, and it is this dark red shade. We are down to here on this line with this polish. However, unlike the sleek polish in Rosy Red, this one, the formula on this one is so bad. It's so patchy. Even with 3 coats of this nail polish, it was still looking thick and gloopy in some parts of your nail and patchy on other parts. This doesn't self-level onto your nails. And as I do have some nails that have some ridges on them, there's nothing I can do with that. It's just how my nail grows. It really looks awful on those particular nails that the ridges are very, very defined. So this is one that I am going to declutter. But when it came in, it weighed 30.94 grams, and it now weighs 29.20 grams. And I've used this 8 times, but sadly, this is one that I am going to declutter from my collection. The next one is that Ciate polish called What the Shell, which was supposed to be the focus polish of the last month, and I didn't get to use it. However, that's not because I don't love this polish. It's because I already know how much I do love this polish. This colour is absolutely stunning. As you can see, we are down to here, so just over halfway in the bottle. I love this. It's so gorgeous. Such a beautiful formula. Unlike the Ciate in Pepperminty, this one is almost opaque in 1 coat. It's so gorgeous, so beautiful. I absolutely love this nail polish. This is going nowhere. This is staying in my collection. When it came into the project, it weighed 29.76 grams, and it now weighs 28.92 grams. It has, sadly though, only had 5 uses because it didn't get that focus month where it should have had the majority of its uses, like all of the previous polishes I've spoken about so far. So only 5 uses on this, but it was already had some usage before I put it into this project. So it's not that it's only had 5 uses. It has had more, but they were before the project started. So I love this polish. It's going nowhere. It's staying in my collection. The next one, this polish is not the greatest, but I am going to keep it because it's Marc Jacobs. This is Jealous Glaze. This is a gorgeous deep forest green nail polish. I absolutely love the shade in this. Unfortunately, it's a really, really bad formula. It chips almost within 24 hours. It's such a bad chipper. This, however, is one of those sheer formulas. So I can do the jelly sandwich technique with this essence polish. And that actually makes this polish perform so much better. So this is probably how I will wear this polish in the future, because I will do the jelly sandwich technique. And don't worry, when that one is finished, I do have a few more glitter toppers that I can still do that jelly sandwich technique with until I can finish this polish up. As I say, on its own, it's just not that good. But as a jelly sandwich, I don't know if doing that jelly sandwich technique just stiffens up the formula of this a bit more, so it has a bit more to hold on to or something. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but it works better as a like a jelly sandwich polish than on its own. When this first came in, it weighed 69.30 grams, and it now weighs 68.45, so just under a gram's worth of use, and it has only had 5 uses, again because it has not had its focus month as of yet, or in the project, and it won't because I'm ending it today. But it is going to stay in my collection. That was gifted to me from a friend, so I want to keep it. The next one was another essence, and this one is in Electric with 3 eyes. I don't know why they spelled it that way. Again, you can see which way is better for you to see. I've used it down to here, so some good usage on there. Again, this is another polish that works really well as a jelly sandwich with Our Sweetest Day, and that's how I really loved this nail polish. And I believe Jessica asked me what the blue nail polish was on my nails. It was Essence in Electric with Our Sweetest Day from Essence sandwiched between 2 layers. So I'd put a layer of this, then a layer of this, and then another layer of this, and that was the combination that was on my nails. So yeah, I loved doing it like that. This is a great nail polish on its own though, so it works well on its own. As I say, it's a bit of a sheerer formula, but it's still a beautiful polish on its own. But having that glitter polish sort of sandwiched between just gave it a little bit more pizzazz, which I really, really enjoyed. So this one, when it first came in, weighed 45.01 grams, and it now weighs 43.74 grams. So about 1.25 grams used of this, and it's only had 4 uses. Unfortunately, this was one of those colours that, although it is a great formula, I didn't plan my colours very well because this one just didn't really go with any of the other colours. I could only really pair this with like the reds or the purples. I couldn't really pair this with like the oranges or the greens. I felt like I just couldn't. It was hard to make manicures with this one. Blue is not a colour I go to very often for nail polish. So yeah, I love the formula. I do love this colour, but it's not one that I'm drawn to. I'm not drawn to blue nail polish very much. It's probably, apart from reds, it's probably one of my least favourite colours. Sorry to my husband, because blue is his favourite colour, but this is staying in my collection. And last but not least, and I honestly thought I might just finish this in this project, and let's face it, it is very close to being finished. This is my Naj O'Leary crystallizer nail polish. We are right down here, right at the bottom, and I've got to say I am starting to struggle to get this out of the bottle now whenever I try to use this. So this is definitely going to get panned next year and finished. When this came in, it weighed 44.60 grams, and it now weighs 43.69 grams. So just shy of that 1 gram of use. It has had 5 uses, and to be honest, most of those were as one accent nail. Normally I'd put it on my little pinky finger because I wanted this to last. I had to be very frugal with this one. I absolutely love this nail polish. It's so jam-packed with glitter that it sits with a bit of a texture on your nails. Which if you don't like that, you can just put a top coat over the top and it takes away some of that texture. But I really, really enjoyed this nail polish, but I was very frugal with it. So yeah, I think this is definitely one that is going to be finished next year, and it's going to be a really sad day because I don't know if I can, I don't know where I would repurchase this. So that is that. So out of this project, I'm going to have 2 that are being decluttered and 10 that are staying in my collection. So I'm very, very glad that I've been able to play with these nail polishes, because I'm not going to lie, I honestly thought I would love these 2 colours, and turns out I didn't. I didn't enjoy these colours on my nails at all. Formula was patchy, and to be honest, they just weren't the colours that I expected them to be. They were either darker than I expected to be or lighter than I expected them to be, and they just didn't play well on my nails. So they're going to be decluttered from my collection. I'm really glad that I've had that chance to do that. And as I say, next year I will be doing something similar, but not the Zodiac project pan. I am bringing this to an end. I have absolutely loved doing this project until probably the last 2 months, where I was just uninspired from these polishes anymore. But thank you to Kana from Kana's Closet, who created this project pan. Thank you very much for your time and energy that you put into creating it. I have really enjoyed doing this, and all those pictures that I took of all those different manicures that I did, especially some where I didn't do too well with some of my nail art, but we'll ignore that. But that is it. That is the finale of my Zodiac project pan. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.